Has the Joe Budden podcast become the same toxic environment as the No Jumper podcast of the past? To truly understand if the Joe Budden podcast has become a toxic environment, we first need to understand what made the No Jumper podcast gain such a reputation in the past. The No Jumper podcast, hosted by Adam22, was known for its shock value, controversial guests, and sometimes offensive content.
Viewpoint is wrong. You shouldn't do that. That's wrong.
Do you understand that the point of a podcast is for us to both state our perspectives and then sort of contrast and compare?
But you're telling us our perspective is wrong and our people's.
No,
we're not disagreeing with you.
I'm explaining my point of view, and then I'm trying to we're trying to get to an understanding of who has the more accurate point of view and what is right and what is wrong.
Why can't we sit there and talk about it? You're trying to
like knowing what shit was going on, where we were going, right? So I want you to stop playing this narrative that you were left in the dark and none of this shit was planned out. You knew we were at the movies. You knew when we were coming back. You knew what hotel we were at. You had people in the group chat offering to pick you up at the airport.
I'm not painting a narrative that I was left in the dark. I'm painting a narrative that was true. So I got to the hotel and I had no room.
No, wait, let me speak. So again,
went to Disneyland after the fact. You feel me? Like, I made sure, nigga, I fucking sacrificed, got there, fuck with y'all, and niggas thinking this shit is a game. I'm not a game. You feel me? That's all I was saying, and I don't gotta do this shit no more. Because that.
Over time, this reputation garnered a dedicated fan base, but it also faced criticism for being toxic, disrespectful, and lacking sensitivity. But how does the Joe Budden podcast compare?
3 as well. So I'm not mad at it. Okay. Takes? yeah. Y'all niggas want to ask me. So
your take is trash.
My take. My take.
You gonna put Mia X over Lauryn Hill?
I most certainly am. Yes.
I think you grew up in New Orleans.
No, I didn't though.
Y'all purposely come in here and try to alienate us from any hip hop anything out there. Like just with some of the things that y'all say.
Who us?
Y'all too.
I think that you speak through your trauma a lot, and I don't think you're aware of it. Am I supposed to be doing this right now?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
We all got a heart out too. This is about to fly by. Oh shit! This is the greatest Patreon ever. This is how you start the Monday. This is how you start the Monday right here. A little read them niggas.
Yeah. I think that I would give anything for you to not refer to vagina as box anymore. Like, I would love that. I would love that, and I would love if you really just
and that means she's not evolved
and weren't so comfortable with the word bitch, like it's bitch box, bitch box, bitch box, bitch box, bitch box, and I'm like, oh my god.
Mel said, "Yo, I feel like I overstepped my boundaries. I owe Ish an apology."
That was big of her. That was evolved of her.
Mel said she called me mad times to apologize. I said,
"That's mad big."
Mel's lying. Mel, show me where you called me. I pulled out my phone. She then pulls out her phone. Nothing in her call history says she called Ish.
No, I called him.
Nothing in Ish's call history said she called Ish. You know what she said? I must have called the wrong number.
Check it, but wait. Hold on.
I didn't cut you off.
I have to.
So then Mel says,
just hold it for a little bit.
I must have DM'd you. I must have DM'd you. Cool.
You said
let me go to Instagram and look in my history. There's not one fucking DM from Mel in my Instagram history.
It's a lie.
I'm lying?
Hold on. Do you remember?
Stop. You said I'm lying.
No. Do you? Yes. Right now. Maybe unintentionally. Maybe unintentionally.
Herein lies the problem.
On.
Mel said, you know what? I might have called the wrong number. I apologize.
And that's
we have
exactly
cell phones
what
with
happened.
a nigga name in them.
And the nigga's name was Ish. I showed you that like 2 weeks ago that I tried to send something to. I sent pictures to this person and he was like, and I was like, oh shit. Why do I have this number under Ish? I thought it was your fucking iPhone because you got 2 phones. And then, so I said, I must have sent to the wrong person. I apologize.
It's the description of the guy that has said yes to everything.
That's not true though. I didn't ask for nothing.
That's not true.
Yo, dog. He's wrong. First
That's
of all,
not.
I want to stay.
That's not true.
Listen to what the points I want to stay on.
The money you make now is the money you was gonna make if you signed this contract. So you asked for something.
No, y'all offered something.
And it stated that offer, or did you ask for something?
Did you counter offer the offer?
Of course he did.
Yeah, I did. All right, so
you asked for something.
Keep going.
Keep going. What? That was my final point.
No, you said I'm the guy that said yes to everything. You making it seem as if
I said yes to that too.
No,
yes.
So
there were two final points that we said no to, which is you cannot go start a podcast about whatever you want whenever you leave this podcast.
And I would never.
And no, you can't just up and quit and go do that. You cannot do those two things.
He's combining the two.
Those two things make sense.
They do.
That is well within the right of the fucking company.
One of them makes sense.
The podcast one, we don't have to debate.
That we don't have to debate the podcast one, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to sway the argument by bringing in some other information. Stay on point one, which is if you want the ability to fire me at will, I need the ability to quit at will because we both have the same vested stake and interest in both being employed.
But I responded to that by saying you have the ability to quit at will.
So tell your lawyer to put it in the contract, and we won't even be having this conversation.
Hell no! Are you fucking shitting me? What are you? I might as well fire the lawyer.
Hey, dog,
you might as well not have a lawyer.
Dog, please tell me that y'all.
You might as well not have a lawyer. I don't understand what y'all are saying.
So don't come on the podcast and say you have the ability if you're not willing to put it in writing in the contract.
But
what are you talking about?
But even if that's in the contract, that don't change your ability to do it. Why are you saying that?
Yes, it does.
How?
I guess that's where I'm lost at.
On one hand, we have Adam 22, who intentionally sought out controversial guests and often used provocative language to create engaging content. On the other hand, we have Joe Budden, known for his candid discussions, unfiltered opinions, and occasional heated exchanges with his co-hosts. Though Joe Budden's podcast may have intense moments, it's essential to differentiate between heated arguments and toxicity. While both podcasts have edgy elements, the Joe Budden podcast focuses more on in-depth conversations about music, culture, and current events. In recent times, the Joe Budden podcast has been criticized for certain incidents, like the public fallout with former co-hosts. But it's crucial to remember that on-camera personalities often experience conflicts, just like in any other workplace. However, Joe Budden has also shown growth and reflections on these issues, emphasizing the importance of open communication and resolving conflicts amicably. While there have been toxic moments, the podcast has not embraced it as a defining characteristic. It's time to address the concerns. Some argue that co-hosts on the Joe Budden podcast have been disrespectful or promoted toxic behavior, or Joe Budden himself has manipulated his co-host to argue for content. This is a valid concern, but it's important to remember that the host's responsibility lies in providing a platform for various perspectives. Moreover, the show also focuses on holding guests accountable and engaging in thought-provoking discussions. This intent here is not to create a toxic environment, but rather to challenge ideas, foster growth, and learn from each other's experience. While the Joe Budden podcast may have faced criticism and had its fair share of intense moments, it is evident that the podcast has not veered into the same toxic environment as the No Jumper podcast of the past. Joe Budden and his team have worked on creating engaging content while also encouraging personal growth and accountability.